this is Anup and welcome to my channel Craft Vlogs, and today's video I'll explain everything you need to know about braking on your motorcycle, as in what are different kinds of brakes available on your bike, as well as which brakes to use in which condition and so on and so forth. So stay tuned, watch this video till end, and yes, if you are new to my channel, do consider subscribing because I keep bringing such awesome content. So first thing first, there are 3 brakes available on our bike. Yes, you heard me right, there are 3 brakes actually. Not many people know this. So first is the front brake, which stops your front tire basically when you press your brake lever, which is on your right hand. And the second is the rear brake, which basically stops your rear tire, which is near your right foot. And third is engine brake, where your bike slows down based on downshifting. So I won't explain much about engine braking in this video because it requires altogether a video in itself. So that video will follow very soon on my channel. For now, just understand that engine braking stops your bike when you downshift. Coming on the next point, as in which brake stops your bike quicker. So I'm just giving an example because I already know which brake is efficient or which brake stops your bike faster. So I'll just give an example. So assuming you are riding at a 30 km/h and you apply rear brake, you might stop say by 30 meters. Again, this is just for example, okay? You might stop by within 30 meters. Now if you use your front brake, okay, you might stop say at 20 meters, okay? And if you use both brakes, you might stop say at 10 to 12 meters. So now you know that if you apply both brakes, your bike stops quicker. But again, there are scenarios where you can't use rear brakes, you can't use front brake, you can't use both brakes, okay? So that I'll explain in a bit of time. So before going further, I just want to make sure that you guys are aware of brake. We are supposed to brake gradually. There should not be a sudden brake. Actually, sudden brake is basically a panic braking where you are not sure of the situation and all of a sudden something comes up and you apply. So I understand that's not avoidable, but in that scenario at least try using both brakes, not the front brake alone, which will prevent accident in 30% of the cases. But again, panic braking is always dangerous. So anyways, next thing which I want you guys to understand is that more the part of tire touches the ground, the better will be the stopping power, because there will be a lot of friction generated because of that. Okay, keep this in mind because I'll use this term later on this video. Now, how does front brake stop our bike quicker, right? I'll explain how it does. Obviously, when we ride a bike, we move forward, okay? And you would have observed that when you apply brakes, you tend to lean forward. So when you apply front brake, the most of the weight, including yours and bikes, goes onto front tire, and that basically presses the front tire against the road. So the surface area of the front tire is more exposed to road. I just told you guys that the more the area of tire touching the road, the better will be the stopping power, and that's exactly what it is. Now assume that somebody is wheeling on their bike. So in that case, your front tire is in air, and no matter how good front brake you have, since tire is in air, it won't stop your bike, obviously, because there is no contact of tire on the road, right? So that's basically what I'm trying to say here with the front brake. So I hope it's clear that how front brakes basically stops your bike quicker than rear brake. So 80% of the time you have to rely on your front brake or the combination of front or rear brake. And there are scenarios where you should never ever apply front brake, such as when you are taking turn. Now when I say taking turn, not while approaching the turn, but while taking the turn, the front brake is big no-no. Why? Because the moment you are taking turn, your bike is in slant position and the point of contact of your tire to road is like half of at least when you ride straight, okay? And in that scenario, if you apply front brake, there's a lot of chances that you will skid for sure, okay? So front brake is a big no while taking turn. Second thing is while off-roading. Now when you're off-roading, the front brake is big no again, because you don't want your bike to stop while you're off-roading, because the moment you apply front brake, you will fall down for sure, okay? So rear brake is what you should rely on your off-roading circuit, or when you're off-roading, rear brake should be your brake to go. Okay, so I hope I have put on all the points which you should know about the braking system in our motorcycle. And If you like the video, do give it a thumbs up and share with your friends, and be safe, at least wear a helmet while riding, and do not drink and drive. I'll see you soon in my next video. Take care, bye bye.